Hey everybody, Matt Brown here. Just want to take a minute to show you my website, needbucksnow.com. As you can see, I have a bunch of different categories on here. The first one is how I started blogging. The second is blogging makes money. The third is ClickBank makes money. The fourth is Max Bounty makes money. And the fifth is my Amazon store and my eBay store. But I wanted to show you an article that I wrote today, June 15th, 2015. It's called A Metal Detector Treasure Hunt in Alabama. Go ahead and click on it here. It says Jim had recently turned 45 and his daughter Lori was already 16. He was an experienced treasure hunter and enjoyed using his metal detector to find buried gold, as well as lost coins and jewelry to make some extra income on the weekends. He had already been doing this for a few years and he had made finds all over the state of Alabama. Lori was new at this and had been given a metal detector for her sweet 16th birthday party. They wanted to spend a few days exploring the state together this summer, and Jim couldn't wait to teach her everything they knew about this exciting hobby. Just wait until you start getting some hits, he said. They had arrived at the train tracks at Atmore one spring day and were first going to look for the stolen money of Morris Slater, otherwise known as Railroad Bill. Jim did not care whether Railroad Bill was really Morris Slater, but it was rumored that he had buried his outlaw gold somewhere near the tracks, maybe in a cave, and for now that was the only thing either of them cared about finding. Jim told her to be careful about spending time on the tracks and advised his daughter to keep back about 10 feet. He worked the other side of the tracks from her while furtively casting a glance at her every now and then. They would keep moving slowly while swinging their metal detector side to side, while searching to the edge of the woods and then heading back towards the tracks when they got done. Lori got the first hit of the day and giggled happily when she realized that she had found something. By the time her father had arrived, she had already dug it out of the mud and clay. It was just an old Zippo lighter, but you would have thought that it was a gold nugget. Her father said that she should keep it as a keepsake of her very first find with her metal detector. 4 minutes later, her metal detector went off again after Jim had tweaked the setting on it and made it a little easier for Lori to find what she was looking for. It turned out to be an old rusty railroad nail, and it reminded them both of a Tom that was now long gone. She put it away, and since her father was on the same side of the tracks now, Lori moved a little closer towards the edge of the woods. Her father kept working his metal detector near the railroad tracks and was determined to see what he could find. They heard the sound of an approaching train and watched as an old freight train rumbled by a few minutes later. Graffiti covered the side of most of the carts bouncing up and down on the tracks, and they would just have to wait until it had passed them to start searching the tracks again. Lori had started working her way towards the woods now, and her father, still distracted by the noise of the train, did not seem to notice. She walked up to a large rusted tower with holes in the bottom. It was an old water tower that the steam locomotives had once used to get the water for their boilers. She began looking around with her metal detector for anything of value. Her father's metal detector had indeed picked something up, and he started to dig it up. It turned out to be an old coin from the same era of Railroad Bill. It looked like a silver dollar, and he knew that this just might be worth something to the right collector. He put it in a sack and noticed that his daughter was already out of sight, but she had a habit of singing while she worked, and he could still hear her voice nearby. He went back to work with his metal detector, and while he still heard her pretty voice in the distance, he did not worry about her. Lori was having some luck while following a trail of old coins that had led her further away. Her father would be pleased that she had made another find, and she was having just as much fun discovering things as he was. She was thinking that the tracks must have been moved at some time because the new area that she walked into looked much like an old decayed train station. Suddenly her singing stopped as the metal detector was picking up something rather sizable, and Lori did not want the sound of her own voice to drown it out. She quickly yelled for her dad to come over here and watched as Jim worked his way back into the same area as she was. But to read the rest of this article, just go to needbucksnow.com to check out everything I have on my website. Just go to the website and take a look here. I also have my eBay store, my Amazon store, an ebook on how to start metal detecting if you've never done it before. You can make 3 times more cash for your gold with this cash for gold. Uh, like me on Facebook right here. Check out how to start your own website or blog. But I have a lot of stuff on here, so just check out the website. And to get my newest articles and reviews, just put your email address right here and get started today. Thank you. Bye.